Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and for this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to know exactly when to buy a stock at its lowest point. Now, the entire idea of investing into stocks or ETFs, whatever you want to invest into, is always to buy at a very low point and then sell it at a high point, and this way you can make a lot more money. So for this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to find out when that point is, so you can buy this lowest point and then sell it at its highest point also, because that's what I did back in March when basically the stock market crashed and I bought at its lowest point, and now I'm also making a lot of money. That's the entire goal here. Now, on top of that, guys, before we get started here, make sure to smash the like button because it helps a lot with the channel. So thank you guys so much. And on top of that, if you're new here, make sure to also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notified, because I also do post videos every single day. Now, the very first thing is this, guys. Whenever it comes to buying something low and then selling it high, there's something called the drip method that a lot of people out there use, including myself, for the past, since I was 19 years old, to be honest with you. Okay, now the idea of the drip method in terms is basically you want to split up your buying power into fractions, and this way you can invest over time and you can mediate the risk. Now, Tommy, how do you say this in English? The answer is, well, what you're doing is, for example, if you have $20,000 to invest, well, this is your buying power right here. And instead of going in and being like, hey, I'm going to buy $20,000 worth of Apple stock today, boom, I'm good to go. What you want to do is split it up into, for example, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. And instead of going ahead and investing all at once, you might say, for example, I'm going to invest $5,000 today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll invest another $5,000, or maybe next week I'll invest another $5,000, depending on your rules. Now, here's exactly how I do this, and here are my rules, okay? The answer is, guys, I have a portfolio on Acorns of around $22,000, which I will show you guys later and what it's made out of, so stick around for that. But the entire rule that I have is this, okay, guys? Whenever I see my investments go down by more than 5%, I'm always very vigilant, okay? That's my rule. Now, when it goes down by 10%, I go from vigilant to now I have to take action. Now, my action is always buy more. Now, the reason I buy more is because basically I'm investing for the long run. So in the long run, either way it'll average out, but in the short term, by me buying more right now, I know for a fact when the market does bounce back up, I'll be fine. Now, say for example, guys, I bought at a 10% loss and then it went down by another 5%. Well, right then and there, I'm also very vigilant. If it goes down by 10% again, I keep buying and buying and buying, and this way I keep repeating the pattern over and over again. So my entire drip method works usually every single week. I take a look and see if I have to buy or if I just have to do nothing and just wait a little bit longer. That's the entire goal. But the whole thing is this, guys, okay? Sometimes the drip method is not going to be 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, but sometimes it's going to be 10,000 and 10,000. Because, for example, if you believe the problem that's causing your investments to go down is short term, well, you might want to basically invest right now and take advantage of it as fast as possible. So you split it into two instead of into four. And you might say, well, instead of 1 week in 1 week, I might do 3 days in 3 days. And this way I can see exactly what happens even better. But again, that's short term, meaning the risk is a lot more higher, and that is how it works. So I'm going to show you guys a real life example of the drip method and how exactly I used it to actually make money. And I'm going to show you guys with WeBull right here. Now, WeBull is basically an app that allows you to buy investments and sell them and also make money if you want to. Now, I have a link down below. When you sign up, you get up to 2 free stocks if you deposit up to $100 into your account. And this way, those stocks can actually be valued up to $1,400 right off the bat, which is a lot of money if you ask me, just by doing nothing and just signing up for something. Okay, now on top of that, guys, comment down below if you sign up and let me know exactly what stocks you got, and I'll also tell you exactly what stocks I got when I actually signed up also. Hopefully you get a stock that's valued up to $1,400. Comment down below, let me know. Now, the first thing is this, guys, okay? One of my most popular investments is actually with Vanguard S&P 500, and the ticker symbol for that one is VOO. So I'm going to go right here into WeBull and show you guys how I actually invested my $20,000 in literally around 4 weeks or so. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and show you. And right here, as you guys can see, back in around February, when it was actually around my birthday time, I noticed my investments were losing a lot of money. Now, so what I did was this, guys. My rule is once it goes down by more than 5%, I become very vigilant and I start to get ready to invest money. At the time, I had around $20,000 that I wanted to invest into the markets, and I said to myself, well, let me just be a little bit patient here and let me use the drip method. So what I did was this. I broke off my $20,000 into 4 parts of $5,000. So what I did was this, okay? Once my investments dropped by more than 10%, which means it went down from $310 to like around like $257, I bought $5,000 worth. Now, once it did that, I waited another week and then I invested again at around $252. So again, I kept investing every time my investments would lose more and more money to try to catch the lowest point in the market because of the entire illness that was going on in America and everywhere else in the world. Now, on top of that, I waited another week and then I bought more at around $226, and then I only had $5,000 left, right? Because I did it 3 times already. And then I waited another week, and basically I got to catch the entire like $204 at its lowest point the investment was actually at. And at this point, I invested all of my money, but again, I got to catch the lowest point. And that's the entire goal with the drip method, and that's why I use it. So this way, by investing into drips, basically, I got to buy at its lowest point, and now I'm making money, although some people out there are not making money. And that's the entire goal, and that's how I did it, okay? So if you want to use the drip method, it's very good, and you can do it with everything out there, okay? By the way, it works also with ETFs, index funds, and also stocks. It works with mostly everything. Now guys, number 2, I want to give you guys an entire guide to actually invest in, okay? Tommy, okay, so I know when to buy using the drip method, but how do I know exactly what to buy? Well, the answer is this, guys, okay? Now, the answer is this, guys. When it comes to investing for the long run, I invest into ETFs and also bonds that are very well diversified, and this way I take a lot less risk and my money grows at a very steady rate, and that's my entire goal. And I also get paid dividends, which is always a bonus. So I get money for investing, and that's awesome if you ask me. So when it comes to the long run, I invest with Acorns also, okay? Now, Acorns right here, as you guys can see right here, my portfolio value is at around $23,000, okay? And I invested around $10,000 with them to actually invest more money also during the entire pandemic, and this way I made a lot more money, okay? Because again, when I lose money, I invest more money because I know I'm gonna make more money based on history, okay? Because history has all the answers out there, okay? It's a cheat code, but history shows you everything, okay? Now here you go, guys, okay? Right now, my portfolio is only up by around 1%, but remember, okay? Literally since January or February, based on right now, the market, and people are losing like around 40% of all the money, but yet I'm still making around 1%. So once everything is over and the market does go back to normal, which I do believe is going to happen, well, guess how much money I'm going to be making? The answer is a lot, okay? A lot. And more importantly, guys, you guys might say, Tommy, wow, $23,000 is a lot of money in investments. That's awesome. But in reality, if you guys notice, back in October when I started investing, I only had around $7.73 when I first started off. So, you know, it's step by step you start investing, and then step by step you start growing it. So if you want to start with Acorns also, it'll link down below. But Tommy, okay, so for the long run, you want to buy when it's low, that's fine. You keep making money either way whenever you buy, that's awesome. But what about investing into individual stocks, for example, like Delta, Tesla, Apple, Google, all these big companies out there? Well, the answer is I also have a rule for those guys, okay? Whenever it comes to investing into individual stocks, my rule is you want to take a look at all of the financial statements and learn how to read them, the income statements, the balance sheet, the 10K forms, okay? You want to read everything. Understand the intrinsic value, the fair value, the P ratios. You want to understand everything, and this way you understand the true value of the stock. Now, I rarely ever invest into individual stocks, but I did this one time, and I actually invested, for example, into Delta. Now tell me, why would you invest into Delta? The answer is airlines right now, because of everything that's going on right now, they're basically very well undervalued because people think out there, well, you know what? This is the end, you know, never gonna happen again. You know, we're never gonna fly again. The answer is we will once things go back to normal, or at least that's what I think, okay? So for example, I also invested money into Delta, and I know some people out there that actually bought Delta at $40 or $50, and now they're losing a lot of money, okay? But here's what I did. I bought Delta at around $24, and right now, I'm down by 6%. Now, if you guys know my rules by this point, right? Once I'm down by 5%, I'm very vigilant. Now, once I'm down by 10%, I'm buying more. Okay, that's the entire thing. But before you buy Delta, I'm not telling you to buy Delta, by the way. Okay, I'm not your financial advisor. But before you buy Delta, what I like to do is I take a look at all the financial forums, and this way I knew the real value of the company, and that's why I made the decision to actually go ahead and buy. And if it falls below 10%, guess what? I'm going to be buying another $5,000 into Delta. By the way, Delta also pays me around like 6.69% in dividends, so it means that every single year, every single quarter, I'm also getting paid money in dividends. So the entire idea here is, guys, okay, number 3, if you learned anything here, you can't predict exactly when the lowest point is, but by using the drip method, that's going to help you a lot catch all the losses and basically buy at a very low point either way, comparative to your entire portfolio and how much money you actually lost. And also, whenever you're going to invest into individual stocks, for example, Delta or Tesla, like whatever it is out there, you always want to research first the financial statements and everything, and this way you understand the true value of the company. Because again, the drip method is pretty cool, right? You're investing as you lose money. This way, when the market goes back up, you make money. But if you're investing into the wrong companies because you're not doing research, guess what happens? You invest 10,000, you lost 10%. You invest 10,000 1 week later, 10,000 1 week later, 10,000 1 week later, right? Guess what happens? If the company goes to zero, you just lost all your money. So that's why you want to make sure you do all the research, because some people bought Delta at $40, $50. Guess what? I waited. I was patient because I saw that my portfolio was losing money. So I knew as long as I'm losing money here, I know for a fact Delta is going to keep losing money also, okay? That's the entire point here, guys. And as always, comment down below and let me know if you enjoyed this video. And on top of that, also comment down below and let me know what 2 free stocks you got with WeBull and how much money you made, okay? Comment down below, let me know. And as always, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And as always, like this video, helps a lot. On top of that, click the subscribe button, notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And also follow me on Instagram, TommyBryson. And before I go, if you want to watch another video on my full Acorns portfolio and all the details, watch this video right here. And also my face right here. To also return now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.